The button has been pushed. Hello and welcome. You guys, we got another special episode for you.
We did it again.
We're going to keep doing it too. So we cannot tell you how excited we are to be here in Louisville, Colorado with Hot Buttered Rum. These boys have come all the way to town. They're playing a free show at the street fair, and they just happen to answer one of our messages. Joke's on them. So we got them. We're in their green room here at Louisville. This place is phenomenal. I should give the proper shout out to whoever's place this is, an establishment. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll put it in the description of the video. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to have Nat and Eric sit down and play a couple of songs for you guys, all right? Enjoy.
I wrote this one during the pandemic lockdown. And yeah, maybe here's some familiar stories in there. 1, 2, 3. There will be times when it's not clear which way to go, which place to stay. There will be times when a simple story won't sugarcoat a lonesome day. So come with me, my friend. Come with me, my friend. Come clap your hands. Come clap your hands. We all understand. We all understand how hard it's been. Don't talk solution. Don't talk solution. Future revolution. Future revolution. There's no substitute for being together again. It's never gonna be such a simple story. It's never gonna be wrapped up that way. The bitter times bring the sweetest glory. Don't sugarcoat my lonesome day. Things come together, things fall apart, things find an end, things yearn to start. So hard I tried to sing my song well, such a simple story I never did tell. So come with me, my friend. Come with me, my friend. Come clap your hands. Come clap your hands. We all understand how hard it's been. Don't talk solution. Don't talk solution. Future revolution. Future revolution. There's no substitute. There's no substitute for being together again. It's never gonna be such a simple story. It's never gonna be wrapped up that way. The bitter times bring the sweetest glory. Don't sugarcoat my lonesome day. Don't sugarcoat my lonesome day. Hey, it's people over there. Nice. It's so funny. I realized I usually play that with a capo on the 4th fret, in the C formation. So I'm like,
You did
why
it,
is
man.
this feeling
You pulled it
weird?
off. You
I
pulled
mean,
it off. Is that professionalism or what? Yeah.
If that isn't, I don't know what is.
Live music, baby.
You get an extra $12 at the end of this tour. Cool. Right into another song. Oh, God. Dry air.
Eric's a
It's a real-
13-year-old
it's a thing.
boy going through puberty.
It's a 13-year-old. So we get another song, and then we'll do the full interview. Dealio.
Yep.
Yo-yo.
And that's when the penis
Is there a
comes out.
water
Yes.
option out there? Can I be a little whiny little...
There's
Artist
cold
guy.
waters in the
Oh,
cooler.
room temp's good. Room temp's good.
Oh, there's room temp, not the
Yeah.
cooler. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I should probably just down a whole room temper. Room temper. Thank you.
It honestly quenches the thirst better.
It does.
You
Yes.
guys are crazy.
I'm told it
Give me
absorbs
that
in your
ice
stomach
water.
faster.
Warm? Does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's just one of those things you see online, but they can't just make shit up and put it online. So.
No.
Ooh, they're called alternative facts.
Ah.
Do your own research, man. Just do your own research. You know, it's out there. Truth's
There's
out
this
there.
Reddit thread you guys got.
I asked ChatGPT.
Twice.
I know. It's just the cool water messes up the singing voice.
Yep.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Shit.
That's why singers are all about tea.
Oh, that makes sense because maybe the constriction of your vocal
Yep.
cords.
Doing something every day, dude.
That's kind
It's like the testicles.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
It's
like,
very
when I get in
difficult to use them.
when I get in the.
I don't know why I'm speaking in a Russian accent for that.
Testicles.
Well, because they probably are
Testicles.
aware in Russia of like those effects. You know, that's not
Are your
like
testicles Russian?
they are.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
they-
sense. That
it's-
tracks.
It's a I have a really complicated.
That's why
Dude,
I
I got back my 43andMe and it was just like, oh.
Russian testicles. Everything else.
Yeah, they're really specific about that.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't actually 43andMe. It's other service
Those
that I
kind of
signed
thing.
up for online on a Reddit thread.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
nice.
Yeah, it's called the FBI.
yeah, exactly. just we're just gonna write it source. All right, this is something beautiful. Hopefully. Is that just me? Or are things starting to get a little bit out of hand around here? The more I see, the more one thing seems absolutely clear. We won't all be around. See how this thing turn out. I guess we gotta sing out loud. As the end comes crashing near, it's a simple truth. It's hard to deny. It's getting simpler every day that's going by. If you look too hard, you're just gonna end up with two black eyes. But besides, there's better looking things around. I just want something beautiful in this life. Don't wanna wait to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Don't wanna wait to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. In this life. Before I got to leave it behind. You can read about it in the morning news. You can shrug your shoulders or you can sing the blues. Whatever way you find to get yourself some peace of mind, you gotta hold on tight these days no matter what you do. I just want something beautiful in this life. Don't wanna wait to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Don't wanna wait to the other side. I want something beautiful right here in this life before I got to leave it behind. Before I got to leave it behind. at the end of this long, lonely day, it won't hurt a bit, my friend, to get down on your two tired knees and pray. But whatever way you find to spend your earthly time, the only crime, as far as I can see, is not giving enough of yourself away. So go ahead and give some of yourself away. Come on down and come on down and come on down. And no use dragging your flat feet on the ground. Kick your heels up high, on up to the by and by. Kick a hole in the bright blue sky, let your light come shining down. Lord, I just want something beautiful in this life. Run away to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Run away to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Run away to the other side. I want something beautiful. Run away to the other side. Run away to the other side. Run away to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Run away to the other side. I want something beautiful in this life. Don't run away to the other side.
Let's go, boys.
Holy shit, you guys. You just come and you just pull this out of your back pocket. You're like, oh yeah, hey, dungeon. Who needs a dungeon? Oh, we're in a vintage store. Let's rip. That's pretty phenomenal. For the fans that do not know, and you should do better if you don't, this is Hot Buttered Rum. We are so honored to have Nat and Eric take some time to chat with us. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
The honor's
Thank you.
ours.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just as a case in point, the first alcoholic drink I ever had was hot buttered rum.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
It was awful. I got deathly ill
No,
because
I'm so sorry.
I loved it. I had like 5, and
Yeah.
it was awful.
That's the experience.
You guys are better than that. I just want to be clear. Yeah.
No, but we like to say that we were making it at the first party that we ever threw where the band got together, and we made a bunch that was very strong. It was terrible, and everybody felt awful the next
It's
day.
horrible. I
And
don't
also
know.
the music was really not much better, so we've kind of gotten better at both. Now we can we've got it down.
But that's
We've
what's
got it.
actually
It's a
really
science.
cool is you guys have had a lot of evolution, right? Like I was telling Nat before, I graduated in 2003, and I was able to see you during high school. And it was a Midwest band called the Big Woo. It was a jam band.
Big
Oh,
Woo.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
bro.
band.
Oh, Woo.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
the
they're
Woo.
such good guys.
Oh, Castino
Those
was
guys.
my first man crush was Chris Castino.
Yeah.
And then you guys played a show together, and I was like, who the fuck are these guys, right? Because like I didn't have a lot of bluegrass in me. I had yet to see Jeff Austin with Yonder at Harmony Park.
Oh, wow.
So you guys gave me this taste, and before you were Hot Buttered Rum, you were the Hot Buttered Rum string band,
Correcto.
right? And so you guys have had this evolution, and where did it start, right? So like you guys are from California. What was the inspiration to like make Hot Buttered Rum and serve all these people these shitty drinks?
Well, I think musically it started off with 2 specific albums, maybe I'll just be bold to say. One is Strength in Numbers, the Telluride Sessions, which absolutely rocked our world. And basically, I wanted to do a version of that, but with songs and lyrics.
And a little easier.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
too
yeah.
much easier,
Not
but
so
I was
difficult
like, I
to
can't
play.
that. I'm not that. I was like, but the spirit of it and just the
spirit
wide
of it.
openness of it. Was,
And for those of you who don't know, that's this amazing album that was made in the 80s?
no, it was 90s.
90s?
Yeah.
With Bela Fleck and Mark O'Connor and Edgar Meyer and Sam Bush Jerry Douglas.
Oh yeah,
Those guys.
Just a few guys.
just a couple small names
guys.
nobody
They're
knows.
good guys.
Yeah. But that album absolutely changed my life. And the other is Skip, Hop, and Wobble, I would say.
Oh wow.
If you know that one, it's Russ Barenberg.
Yeah, that's a pull.
Yeah,
that is a pull.
with Jerry Douglas and Edgar Meyer. And
I'm gonna have to listen to that just based on the name. That's fun.
yeah, it's
Like,
an
I've never
amazing
heard of that,
album.
but yeah, okay, I'll check
it's
that
an
out.
amazing. Yeah,
I
they
fell
do.
in love with Jerry Douglas like 12 years ago at Telluride, and I was like, okay, I just need
Yeah.
to find everything and anything that this dude has
Yeah,
ever done.
and he's done a lot.
He,
Yeah.
he has done well, and then you
He's
get
done
into
a
like
lot.
what
He's
he's
done a lot.
produced and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Crazy.
okay, you're never gonna catch up to what Jerry Douglas is the busiest man in bluegrass.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So then you guys started making the band, and then you start going on tours, and you start going out. I'm not gonna bring up the biofuel bus, but I'm going to, because like that you like. Here are these hippies that are just like coming through town, ripping string songs and like going. How was that for you guys transitioning to like an aspiration to like doing it? And you were doing it big.
We're doing it pretty big, both in terms of like our musical goals and like what we were doing with the biofuel bus. Like it was kind of fulfilling like our deep hippie goals too, because we're sort of like over ambitious hippies. I think that was like our first phase. We're just like, let's do it all. Like you know, I was playing like 3 or 4 different instruments in the band, and including the banjo and some flute and clarinet, and like we were trying to weave in all these different influences from all over the map. And then also in the middle of that, we decided to buy a bus that ran on biodiesel, or actually ran on straight vegetable oil.
So did it smell like French fries?
It
I was
did.
gonna
It
say, was it a
definitely
French? Do you still have the
Or
bus?
rather, more no. We sold it to some Burning Man people, but they bought. I think it was a great day. The 2 best days of the tour bus is when the day you buy and the day you sell it. But it smelled more like tempura. We would fill up at like sushi joints, Thai places, Asian food places had way better quality oil.
Just
you can't
constantly
really use the
hungry
French
while you're
fry
driving
oil.
across the country.
Yeah, it was good. We
tried Cracker Barrel for a while.
Tried Cracker Barrel?
We got
We
a
had some
couple
good
good
Cracker
Cracker
Barrel
Barrel scores, but
But
they were
yeah,
few and far between.
in like the mid.
But this was before it was a thing. You
yeah,
guys were
before it
doing
was a
this
thing.
like way before we had YouTube videos and all this stuff. Because I remember hearing about it and be like, how the like what?
It's a weird thing, man. It took a lot of effort, but we had a lot of time and energy for it, and we had kind of a real belief in like the alternative fuel movement. And this was like back when electric cars were definitely not going to happen. There was a movie called Who Killed the Electric Car? And we're like, okay, we're not going to go. Like, we need some alternative to gasoline. And now, of course, we've gone in a totally different direction with some mixed results.
But that's the
beside
evolution
point.
of life, right?
That's the evolution of life.
And you joke, you're like, oh, I played a few instruments back then. You still play a bunch of
I do.
instruments for this band.
This welcome to my brain. But yeah, both those things took up a lot of time and energy, and rightly so. Like it was cool. And we got to the point where we could actually, in addition to not using gas, we were saving a lot of money on fuel driving across the country. Because we were touring full time. Like none
well,
of
you
us
were
had a
touring
place to
full
live
time, and
for
you guys
8
were
years.
also cutting new music all the time.
Yep.
You were dropping albums year after year after year, and there were hits on every single one. And it was like, as I was talking about the Big Woo earlier, I was just fucking begging for them to come out with a new album. I'm like, oh well, fuck it, Hot Buttered Rum's got me covered. Like at least I can listen to.
So
new
we were
stuff.
like your little thing on the side when the Big Woo wasn't.
Well, no,
wasn't
because
taking
you
over.
guys didn't play in Minnesota. I was in Minnesota,
Yeah.
right? And so like the music scene, the winter, nobody's coming through, nothing. So
It's
I'd
hard
catch
to
you
get up
guys
there,
in
yeah.
the spring and summer, and I'd always do it. I was a teenager, so I couldn't travel for shows. It was the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and then like this box just opened up, right? And back then, like I was ordering CDs offline, like and getting
Oh, that's
stuff
great.
sent to you,
I
like
love
try to figure it out, but it's cool because now I've not only am I watching like our society evolve, watching your guys' music evolve, right? And seeing like who you guys are and what's going on and what's been happening, because there was like a little bit of a time where it's like, okay, you weren't making albums anymore, and now you guys have started picking it back up, and it's been beautiful to watch. But I wanted to get a little bit of insight for you guys, like what that evolution felt like, because I know, because you were the string band until like 2010 or 2011, and then you added the drums, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, what is this, right? So like what led to that, and then how did that kind of change some of the dynamics for you guys?
Good musical question.
Yeah.
I can just riff on something. Like for us, it was just sort of time. I would say the songs kind of led us into drums.
Okay.
Songs were just leading. Or like, okay, this.
So
is
you got to a
was-
point where you were like, we need a drum set.
Yeah. Well, originally our lineup was like, you know, Nat on guitar, we had Brian on bass, and then we had 2 guys that both played mandolin and fiddle. One of them played more fiddle, one played mandolin. We had like a lot of songs with like a really heavy mandolin chop, or even kind of 2 mandolin chops.
Bro,
And then- and then
you've
there were-
got
but then-
shows where you guys have played 2 mandolins and 2 fiddles. Like let's not.
Yeah, but then there were times where like that's still not really enough to drive this mid-tempo tune, especially like where the tempos are kind of in the middle of the road. So it's like we're wanting drums. We played around with a couple different drummers, and then when it came time, we ended up parting ways with our founding member Zach Matthews, who's a great mandolin player and songwriter, and our friend Matt Butler was available. We said, let's do this next tour with drums. We tried it out, and we liked it. We were just sort of like, okay, we're gonna do. We didn't necessarily say to ourselves, we're gonna definitely have drums on every album and do drums forever now. But that's what ended up happening for the next 10 years after that.
Did it change your guys' process on writing?
For sure.
Yeah, because like obviously writing for a string band and then adding this new dynamic, it can completely change things. So then,
Totally.
what was your guys' process like? Because for writing those songs and then like changing these things and then like, oh well, I had this in my back pocket, but now that we're doing it this way, I can kind of. Was there something that you were able to bring back to life that you may have put on the back burner once you started making that transition?
Well, I say a pertinent point is that in 2011 we went to Ghana together. Eric, me, and Lucas and Jeff, and Bonnie Payne from Elephant Revival, and a bunch of other people. And
What was the reason behind that trip?
what was the reason behind? I'd been to Ghana a couple times before, and I just had this brainstorm. Oh, I want to bring all my music friends here. This is gonna be great. And so I put together this 3-week session where we all flew to Accra, and then I'd been there for a little while, and I met everyone, and we did workshops. I had one of our friends.
So you were teaching them how to play?
No, I wasn't teaching. I arranged all these workshops
okay.
Yeah.
with like expert Ghanaians. And so I had someone give a lecture, then we would have jam sessions and workshops and learn about this, learn about that. A lot of dance classes, that was really important. And then a lot
difficult.
And very difficult and
But like actually
humiliating at times.
actually diving into the culture behind
Oh,
music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of the words to describe music. That word also includes the word dance all in one. Sort of music dance. It's just like one thing. And so we took dance classes and hung out and danced and played and sang with our Ghanaian friends,
That's
with our new
amazing.
Ghanaian friends, and that definitely changed something for us.
And then made a record. I mean,
Yeah,
that was,
and then we made
that
this
was kind
record.
of
Yeah.
the fruitional part of that trip,
Yeah.
which was still one of my favorite records.
Yeah, it's called Girl Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it ended up being a Nat Keefe record rather than a Hot Buttered Rum record. Maybe we should have called it a Hot Buttered Rum record. I don't know.
But it was some of the songs that we had played previously. With a couple of them we played with a string band, and we like did it not just with a drummer, but with like a drum kit and then like 2 percussionists and like it was all kinds of different percussion ideas coming through on that record, which was
That's wild because I just recently saw on, I don't know if it was your Instagram or your Facebook page, there was someone who was a music teacher who was working with a young man and they were trying to introduce them to string music and they brought them to one of your shows and then you guys actually played one of those traditional songs.
Oh, wow.
And this kid knew every word. And it like sparked something in him
that's so cool.
that he could see like, this was my culture from home that's so far away. And then you came in and you were able to add this. So then I want to ask, like, so you bring the Ghanaians over here, and then are you show them like hoopers and fire dancers and like Jerry Garcia, or
We sort of did that. My friend Perry Corsi came over here, and I took him backpacking, and I took him to festivals, and I introduced him to all our friends, and he played with Hot Buttered Rum at the Fillmore, and
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, we got to have a little bit of a cultural exchange, and it was always fun.
well, it's super special, right? And I think a lot of times people forget how much of a role music plays in our society and in culture, right? And we were lucky we had the J Creek Cloggers on, and they had one of their cloggers went viral, like 1 billion views. And for me, being from Hawaii and watching hula and the interpretations of dance moves and seeing the importance of rhythm and beats paired with music, right? And paired with dance. It's beautiful to see that and see that you guys are expanding upon that in Bluegrass. So my question to you is, what is your vision to continue to keep sharing this with what you guys are doing?
Well, our approach these days is we do music with this version of the band that we're going to play in Louisville here tonight, and sometimes even in a 6-piece version with keyboard and a drum set, and then we also do versions of the band where we do it in a traditional string band format.
Yeah, you guys just did a Ralph Stanley album a year or two ago. That
we have a
was
Ralph
phenomenal.
Stanley
I
album.
absolutely love it.
And we're coming back to Colorado. We'll be in Colorado 2nd week of August. We're doing the Rabbitgrass Festival in Idaho Springs. All
So
that
I'll
stuff
be
like-
chasing you guys down in
Yeah,
August.
but we're gonna do that with all string bands. So it's gonna be mando, fiddle, bass, banjo.
Oh, nice.
guitar.
So you're going to go traditional and just
and
rip
we can
it.
and so our. I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous goal maybe, but I don't think so. It works for us. Like we've done both for about half of our career on one way, half on the other. So now we're really toggling back and forth and letting these two modes kind of talk to each other. We just finished tracking basics for a studio record back in Oakland, back home, that has drums, has keys, all that stuff on it. And Nat and I are gonna.
So you guys are dropping a new album soon.
We've got a new album due out in November.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then my dream, and I think kind of our dream, is to also go to Nashville and cut a record with a bunch of our music friends out there, because there's so many great players that we
It's
would love
wild.
to record
It's
with.
a hotbed.
Yeah, especially on East Nashville's, like, it's just got some of my favorite players. It kind of always has, but especially, like, I know a lot of people there that I would love to record with, but I don't want to fly into California. Like, let's just go out there and make a record live in a studio somewhere. So we'll see if that happens, but, you know,
Aspirations
happen.
are a good thing to
lots
find.
of things, man.
We
I'm
need
a
to manifest
Californian.
it.
So
Do it.
We're writing this whole bucket of songs that we're gonna record, like for our Bluegrass.
Yeah, because we wrote like basically 2 records worth of material over the last year or 2.
That's awesome. So where can people stay up to date for you guys? Where can we find your tours? Where can we hear the news? Where do you want us to send people to track you guys so that we can get them to show up at your shows in August here in Colorado? We are lucky enough to have nationwide and international listeners. Where can we find out more about Hot Buttered Rum?
You know, I mean, we do the social media dance, and we're into it.
We all have to. We're slaves to the game, right?
I'm just a little disenchanted with social media, and
This guy gets it.
I'm not. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
Do not talk to Nat. That's not what he meant, okay? Eric and I are talking now. Stop.
Right now, I actually like creating the content for social media. That's super fun. But every time I sign on to it, I end up feeling like crap for some reason. It never improves my life. So, anyway,
It's soul draining, but your music is not.
Yeah.
So is it
But
just
here's,
at Hot Buttered
here's
Rum?
where we should do. Yeah, hotbutterrum.net is our website, and then really our newsletter or email
spot.
newsletter. That is the most fun, and we put energy into it, and
When it
comes
shows
out
your
every couple
personality.
weeks. Yeah,
It
yeah.
shows
Well,
who you
and
guys are.
you get it once every couple weeks, or maybe even just once a month. But it's like an in-depth, like, here's everything that we did, and then you're all caught up. You don't necessarily need to see what I'm eating for lunch. If you want to do, maybe I'll update with you. But, like, you know, it's just like, that's kind of like,
It's
we're,
not
we're,
super
we're kind of old school. We started doing this before social media, so we sort of like, I still like that way of communicating.
It's
I
not
think
super
it's a little
annoying
bit
and in your
different.
face like I am.
And we'll give you full updates on like what's happening and what's on tap.
That's awesome. So go hotbutteredrum.net, check them out.
Yeah.
Come back for our Colorado folks in August. Go see where they're touring. We're going to go enjoy them in Louisville.
Yep.
We'll catch you next week.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you guys so much.
Boom.